China, June 28, 2025. Chinese people panicked as strong storms. Floods suddenly hit a series of cities in many provinces, destroying property and disrupting people's lives. Just as the previous flood had receded, people were still cleaning up mud in their homes and sorting through their belongings, when the alarm rang again and people had to evacuate again. On June 27, 2025, many places in China were suddenly hit by heavy rain, strong winds and floods. From Shaanxi province to Jiangsu province, the sky changed from day to night, surprising many people. In Shaanxi province, cities including Yan'an, Shenyang, Xi'an and Weinan were all hit by fierce storms. Xi'an not only faced strong winds and heavy rain, it also faced terrifying thunder and lightning. As the storm swept through the city, the sky was illuminated by tens of thousands of lightning bolts, and the thunder echoed throughout the neighborhoods and buildings. In Lenzhen town, the storm brought rain that pounded on windows and roofs with terrifying sounds. In Hai'an, Jiangsu province, the storm brought gusts so strong that outdoor chairs and tables were lifted off the ground. Cafe furniture was thrown into the air and across the sidewalk. A chair was seen flying across the street before landing on the sidewalk, and plastic crates were thrown aside. Local weather observers measured winds as high as force 12, conditions usually associated with tropical storms. Vendors rushed outside to secure their signs, or umbrellas as the winds threatened to blow everything away. Electric scooter riders struggled to keep their balance, with some choosing to stop and wait for the wind to die down rather than risk being blown away, while trees bent under the force of the strong winds. In residential areas, people ran to close windows and secure potted plants as curtains fluttered and doors shook. The wind grew louder, whistling between buildings and metal furniture rattling. In Nanjing, the storm hit with similar intensity. The sky darkened quickly. Winds whipped through the streets, snapping billboards and scattering flyers and plastic bags. Rain fell in sheets, blown sideways by the wind. Pedestrians ducked into subway entrances, stores, and covered corridors to escape the downpour. Meanwhile, due to continuous heavy rain and continuous flood discharge from upstream, Rongjiang County, Guizhou Province, China has suffered the largest flood in 50 years. After a flood a few days ago, on June 28, the government upgraded the flood control emergency response level 2 to level 1. Local residents were forced to evacuate again. On June 28, the Flood Control and Drought Relief Headquarters of Rongjiang County, Guizhou Province, issued an emergency notice again, deciding to raise the flood control emergency response level, which means the flood has escalated. Officials said that the peak water level at Dulujiang Hydrological Station, Rongjiang County reached 254 meters at 5 p.m. on June 28, local time, exceeding the guaranteed water level by 3 meters. Officials ordered all staff in 7 major flood areas in Rongjiang County to evacuate. Videos posted by netizens show that just as the previous flood had just receded, and people were still cleaning up the mud in their homes and sorting out their belongings, the alarm rang again and they had to evacuate. A blogger said, "Guys, run fast. I heard the flood is coming again. There is a lot of water from Leshan County. Everyone run as fast as possible because the flood is too dangerous. I just finished cleaning up the shop and the flood came again." Another blogger said that the second flood in Rongjiang County is coming. On June 28, the entire Rongjiang County suffered heavy rain again. On June 27, the water in the entire city should have been drained. But on June 28, we received a notice that the upstream would release the flood again. And the amount of water released this time would not be less than the previous time. A blogger took a photo of the flood scene in Tashi town, the upper reaches of the Pingjiang River in Rongjiang County on June 28. The flood scene in Leshan County, which borders Rongjiang County, was also extremely terrifying, arguably even more terrifying than the flood in Rongjiang County a few days ago. Previously, from June 20 to 21, Rongjiang County, Guizhou Province, suffered heavy rain, causing the river water level to rise rapidly, causing landslides, flooding farmland, and flooding houses. By June 24, many residents shared that the flood had reached the third floor, which was very scary, and some places were flooded. Xinhua News Agency reported on June 28 that Rongjiang County, Guizhou Province, has been experiencing severe flooding since June 24. At 12 noon on June 28, Rongjiang County raised its flood prevention emergency response level from level 2 to level 1. As of 11 a.m. on June 26, flooding had killed 6 people in Rongjiang County. Some people interviewed earlier said that the flooding in Rongjiang this year was more severe than in 1996. But there was no protective dike at that time. Now there is a protective dike, and this time some bridges have been washed away by the flood. It is worth noting that floods in China in recent years, in addition to being related to heavy rainfall, are often also related to official flood discharge. In recent days, Rongjiang County, Guizhou Province has experienced heavy rains, and the upstream hydropower plant has discharged floodwaters several times, causing the water levels of the Pingyang River, Juahao River, and Duliu River in the county to rise rapidly. Residents of Tuku Town, Waiwa City, Hunan Province, which has also suffered recent flooding, revealed that several upstream hydropower plants have discharged floodwaters, and the Tuku hydropower plant opened 7 floodgates starting from June 23, causing the water level of the Yuanjiang River to rise and submerge Rongjiang City in a sea of water a few days ago.